Good morning, students. Today I will start with the poem I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, poem number 7, page number 29. In this poem, there is a comparison between a free bird and a caged bird. Free bird symbolizes the life of a white American, and caged bird symbolizes the life of a black American. So let's start. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends. Leaps means jump, floats means fly, downstream means towards the lake, towards the river, and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. The orange sun rays symbolizes sunset. So what the poet is saying in the first stanza, that a free bird is flying in the wind, he is flying in the sky towards the river, towards the lake, till the end of the flow of the water, till the end of the current, and even he has the freedom to enjoy his flight during the sunset, and he has the right to declare, to claim that the whole sky belongs to him. So in the first stanza of the poem, the poet is talking about the life of the white Americans. Through a free bird, he is talking about the life of the white Americans, that they have the freedom of the moment. They can enjoy their life. There are no restrictions. So come to the second stanza. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. Stalks means slow movement. Rage means anger. Seldom means hardly. So what the poet is saying, that a bird which is moving very slowly in his narrow cage, because of the cage which is very narrow, he cannot move very fast, he is moving very slowly. And although he is very angry, but hardly he could see through the bars of the cage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. His wings are cut, even his feet are tied, he cannot move freely, but he can open his mouth to sing, but he is singing. So, in the second stanza, through a caged bird, a poet is talking about the life of the black Americans, that they do not have the freedom of the movement. Clipped wings and tied feet symbolizes restrictions on their life, lack of freedom in their life. So come to the third stanza. A caged bird sings with fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still. A caged bird is singing. Fearful trill means very sad sound. With a cry, there is a cry in his sound, and he is singing about the unknown things. Unknown things means the life without restrictions, the life of freedom, but longed for still. He is singing, although he is singing with sad sound, but still he is hoping for the freedom, he is hoping for the best. And his tune is heard on the distant hill. Distant hill means far away places in the other countries. For the caged bird sings of freedom. Basically, his singing or the song symbolizes the struggle of the black Americans for the freedom. So the poet is saying that either he is singing in his narrow cage, either he is living the life of restrictions, but still he is struggling. And in the other country, everybody knows about the struggle of the black Americans for the freedom. So the next stanza. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the side trees, and the fat worms waiting on the down bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. Another breeze means to have another flight in the sky. Trade wind soft through the side trees. Trade winds means the wind which is flowing through the trees, giving a relaxing sound. Fat worms means food. So what the poet is saying, the free bird is thinking of the another flight in the sky, and on the earth cool breeze relaxing sound of the trees, and food is waiting for him. And he declare and he thinks that the whole sky belongs to him. So what the poet is saying, again, the free bird means white Americans. They have the freedom of movement, they have the freedom to move from one place to another place. They enjoy their life, there are no restrictions on them. They have a freedom to choose their food, they have a freedom to go from one place to another place. And he names the sky his own, means the white Americans think that the whole place, the whole freedom only belongs to them. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. Grave of dreams means end of hopes, death of the dreams, death of the hopes. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. Nightmare scream means cry, fearful cry. Even he has many restrictions on him. His shadow start crying because of the nightmare, because of the restrictions. His wings are clipped and feet are tied. He opens his throat to sing. Again, his wings are cut, his feet are tied. There are restrictions on his movement, so he can only open his mouth to sing. Last stanza is the repeated one. The caged bird sings with the fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. He is singing with a very sad sound, and he is singing about the freedom, and his sound of his struggle is known to the different places. Everybody knows about the struggle of the caged bird. Everybody knows about the struggle of the black Americans. So as in the starting of the poem I told that through the life of the free bird and the caged bird, the poet is dealing with the freedom which is given to the white Americans and lack of freedom for the black Americans. But the thing which the student should keep in their mind while writing the answers, that the poet only talks about the freedom of movement or discrimination basis on the race, caste, color, freedom, powerlessness. And while writing the answer, they cannot talk about or they cannot write about the things which are not discussed in the poem. For example, the students used to write about the freedom to choose the political leader, freedom to cast the vote. About these things, nothing is discussed in this poem. So while writing the answer, students should keep in their mind that whatever is given in the poem, they need to write only about those things. So if there is any doubt, you can mark or you can write that doubt in your notebook, and later in the class we will discuss that. And in my explanation I have discussed the answers of almost all questions. Still, if there is any difficult question, you can mark it. And if there will be any question about the nature, so in the poem the poet is talking about the wind, sky, sunset, river. All these things are the